And good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. A live look at Denver, Spear, and Logan right there on the right and the skyline on the left. It is a snowy morning across the metro area. Snow started overnight, making kind of a messy drive at this hour. We have about 40 delays. You can see them scrolling across the bottom of your screen. The full list is on 9news.com.
And the Colorado High Country getting hit the hardest. Some higher elevations could see more than 10 inches of snow by the time that the day is over. Right now, CDOT has their plows out in full force. This is a live look at where those crews are at this time. All around the metro and high country working to keep our roadways clear. This morning we have team coverage until 9 o'clock. Chris Bianchi is tracking your forecast and Erica is showing us what spots to avoid for your morning commute. First, developing at this hour, a Denver police officer is recovering after being shot while officers were trying to take a suspect to jail. 9 News reporter John Glasgow outside the Denver Detention Center where this all happened. Sounds like the officer is going to be okay, though.
Yeah, that's the good news. The officer is going to be okay. The police chief here says that he spoke with him. He's in good spirits. He's surrounded by his wife as well as his family. Now, what we know about this so far is it all happened around 9 o'clock. It was in southwest Denver. The police officers there, they pulled over what was believed to be a suspected stolen vehicle. Now, the suspect inside did cooperate with police. They took him into custody. They handcuffed him, and they even took a weapon away from him, a handgun, but they didn't grab another weapon that the suspect had on him. So they brought him down here to this detention center in downtown Denver, and that's where everything happened. So it was in the parking garage when they were taking the suspect out of the patrol car. The man grabbed a concealed handgun that he had on him and opened fire on an officer. It hit him in the neck. The other Denver officers then returned fire, hitting the man multiple times. Both the officer and the suspect were taken to Denver Health. The officer is expected to be okay. His injuries are described as non-life-threatening. Now, police say that the suspect is in critical condition. Here's what Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas had to say about the shooting.
There were other officers that were in the Sallyport area of the downtown detention center at the time. At least one of those officers returned fire, striking the suspect multiple times. Both the suspect and the injured officer were transported emergent to Denver Health Medical Center.
So what happens now is there's going to be an investigation. A big question was going to be looked into in this part of this investigation is how the officers did not find that handgun the first time that they searched the suspect when they pulled him over in that stolen vehicle. This is going to be a joint investigation that will be looked at by multiple agencies outside of the Denver Police Department. We do know, according to the police chief there, that this officers that were involved in this shooting had 7 years experience on the force, so they were not rookies when this went down. But we do know right now that the officer is going to be okay. That is good news. Unclear right now the condition of the suspect, other than he's in critical condition. We're hoping to get more of an update here from Denver Police later on today, guys.
All right. Thank you for the update, John. Appreciate it. All right, let's take a look outside right now. As we said, snow is making for a messy commute. Can't see very much from that camera, but I believe that is our camera up at Horsetooth, maybe?
I believe you're right. Look, an icicle hanging in front of the
Got
camera.
a little icicle hanging down, but the good news is the snow is starting to wind down out there.
Yeah, Chris Bianchi is in for Ed this morning, tracking that forecast. Chris, certainly looking like a winter wonderland outside in the backyard.
Yeah, it certainly is. So the snow has really lightened on down. I'd call it kind of the dandruff snow, where it's just a few flakes outside right now. Again, the snow about 2 hours ago, it was snowing really heavily when we first got in here around 3, 4 o'clock this morning, but it is now lightened to, again, a few of these dandruff flakes for us here across the metro area. But still got a bit more snow yet to go before we finally wind things on down. That's so we've already seen some reasonably impressive snowfall totals in a few spots. I'll have those for you here in just a second. Right now, though, another thing to not overlook is how cold it is right now, and those temperatures right now stuck in the mid-teens. My clicker is not working, I'll be honest about that, but right now it is in the mid-teens metro area with single-digit wind chills, so it is very cold outside, and of course that snow continues for us as well. We'll have that snow mostly wind on down by about noon, the heaviest snow between about now and 9 a.m. So again, the snow will continue for the next couple of hours, but the worst of it already over.
Chris, I think your clicker is cold. It's too cold out there for everyone. Thank you so much. Right now, I want to start you out with some good news. So we were following that ramp closure. It's the E470 ramp from westbound 76. There was a semi and a trailer that went off the road. We just got word from Brighton Police that cleared. That ramp is now back open. So that's the good news. Bad news, we've got a safety closure of eastbound I-70 between East Vale and Vale Pass right now. So that's one spot you've got to avoid. And we've got that Loveland Pass closure between I-70 and A Basin at this hour for hazmat vehicles. They'll be going every hour on the hour, so be aware of those traffic stops and impacts. As far as quick Tuesday morning commute headlines, Denver police on accident alert. We can't mention this enough. Slick and icy roads this morning. Give yourself extra time. This is 270 and York Street lanes headed toward us are eastbound. Now, where we're not seeing snow packed in on the roads here, we're seeing that morning volume, and it could, of course, be slick and icy in some areas. Still looking at about a 6-minute backup or so here on I-70 both ways between I-25 and 225.
Erica, thanks for that. Our team snow coverage continues with what conditions are like now.
Yeah, meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen joining us, driving right now around the Denver metro area. Corey, so we have dandruff snow, according to Chris Bianchi. What are you seeing where you are? Maybe Mother Nature can get some head and shoulders out there.
Yeah, right where I am, we're in need of some head and shoulders outside as well. Got this very light. It's a perfect description. Way to go, Chris. I love it. Dandruff snow. He's got Snapchat snow and dandruff snow. The guy's on it. But I'm on Colfax right now in the city of Denver, and we have seen various conditions all across and really on this road. Let me show you what I'm seeing out here in the front of our vehicle here as we go through downtown on Colfax. You can see quite a bit of snowpack and ice down there on the ground. Just in the length of Colfax from Golden all the way to the city of Denver, it went from completely snowpacked, complete white covering the all lanes out on the west side, and then it just gradually got better and better as we got down towards the city. And that we do have that snow, that light, what Chris might call dandruff snow, coming down here as well. Definitely not going to affect your visibility, which is great news. And really this whole storm just hinged over one big band of snow that moved through about 2:45 to 4 o'clock through the metro, and it dumped some heavy snowfall rates, 1 inch, possibly 2 inch per hour rates, but it only lasted for a short amount of time. And now it's just a matter of getting those plows to clear them off, and we've seen them doing a great job up on the highways and the interstates. And now it looks like they're going to start transitioning to some of the surface streets, some of the bigger surface streets like Colfax, like you're seeing right here in downtown Denver.
Well, that's certainly some good news for people about to head to work, Corey. Thank you so much. We'll check back in with you here in just a little bit. And people who need a place to get out of the cold can head to any of Denver's rec centers today. These warming shelters will be open during the rec center hours. The city says each center will have an area that is staffed. It has access to drinking water, restrooms, and also places to sit. And while these aren't designated warming centers, Denver Public Library locations are going to be available as well for people to warm up.
Another developing story at this hour we've been following through the night. A suspect is in custody after barricading himself inside a home for several hours with people inside. This all happened in Boulder, and that's where 9 News reporter Darius Johnson is right now. Darius, good morning.
Hey there, Gary. Good morning to you. We've been right here on the scene for about the last 6 hours or so, and as you can see behind me, police are still here, as they have remained right here throughout the night. I can tell you, when we first arrived around 1 o'clock this morning, we found streets blocked off, we found a heavy police presence, and then we even found SWAT teams right outside this home. This all happened around 9:15 last night when Lafayette police called in a possible hostage situation at a home near Broadway and Iris. Boulder officers responded, and they say they got 2 people out of the home safely. Boulder officers, one Boulder officer rather, fired shots and no one was hurt. Then the suspect barricaded himself in the home until about 1 o'clock this morning, until Boulder police were able to take him into custody without incident. Back out here live at this point in time, we have seen police start to enter the home within the last hour. We know that they were working on getting a search warrant so they can do that. We are also waiting for another update from them, which we hope to get soon. Going to go ahead and send it back to you all in the studio.
All right. Thank you very much, Darius.